Hey, David here with Guide Recommended. Got a couple notes, email sent to me asking me, hey, you did a YouTube on nymphs, cool. Can you do one on streamers? And I thought, I should back things up. I've got things on my website. If you can, go check it out. I got how to rig up for streamers. I've got knots for streamers, but I don't have what is a streamer. So today I'm going to jump into what is a streamer in fly fishing. All right, so let's do some close-ups. So I thought I'd start out with examples of streamers. So this is, I got it on the vise here, what's called a zonker streamer. So that's one example. This one, just like, to me, is the definition, right? You can tell it's simulating a bait fish, right? So it's a bunny fur or a rabbit fur strip on the top. Gives it that, an undulating in the water, right? Mats down as it's pulled through, and then as you kind of twitch it, the fur will kind of fluff out, right? So that's one, a zonker. What else do we got? There's another streamer. So an example of a fly fishing streamer. This is called a bunny muddler. So it is unweighted, but this head in that wedge shape will help drive it down into the water. Again, it's got that rabbit fur. A particular river I fish on, these fish really well. Another super popular is the woolly bugger. Hopefully you get that in focus. Blacks, greens are all good colors. This guy, example, is a zoo cougar. So it's got a duck flank right here. Kind of helps drive it kind of down in. So you can see how it's got a curve to it. Will drive it down into the water. Again, unweighted. What else? Let me get something with some weight. Here's a good guy. So again, on that muddler theme, but with a cone head. This actually has some rubber legs off of it, I guess you could call. Add some action in the water. Bunny muddler again. Let me get another one. I'd like to get something that's kind of that traditional looking. I'm kind of, if you can, like just literally picking through. Oh, here we go. This is that classic Mickey fin. This guy has got some personal feelings for me. Literally, the first fly I tied, first streamer, I shouldn't say the first fly, and then caught a fish on it, was with a Mickey fin. Classic fly from quite a long time ago. I don't have one close by. Clousers. You'll hear people talk about clousers. Again, like they call this an egg-sucking leech, kind of a cool name. Lots of marabou. This is in purple. Kind of a variation from that woolly bugger. So streamers are basically bait fish imitations. We talked about that woolly bugger, or you got these articulated streamers as well. But a woolly bugger, you can see how a smaller woolly bugger, right, as this goes through the water and kind of mats down, is going to look like, like a leech. Right? So let's tie one up real quick. Tie on the tippet. In fact, let's just work with handy dandy woolly bugger. So I've got some tippet material. Again, I've got a couple different posts, and check in my the notes below, and it'll talk about different ways to rig them up. But let's just do a quick knot. Not doing anything special here, but I got some 4-pound Maxima. A lot of times when I'm fishing streamers, I will just run straight tippet from my fly line. So again, we're just tying it on. So 3 basic knots. We'll go through 2 of them real quick, and then we will, I'll probably adjust the camera so we can get some better close-ups. One of them is going to be a loop connection, or 2 loop connections, and then the traditional kind of clinch knot. So please go to Google, search guide recommended streamer, and hit, please, I'm trying to do this weekly. This is kind of like some work, and I'm going to be having some contests coming up because that seems to be what works. But hit the subscribe. Probably have some kind of like fly box giveaway coming up. So subscribe, and then come on back. All right, so I got things kind of reorganized again. I want to get a little bit closer view. So I got my tippet, right? First knot, let's do a loop. So you can do perfection loops. There's a knot called it, and I've got some instructions in my setup to do. Or you can do something I like, which is a double surgeon's loop. So if you saw that, I threaded it through. I make a, fold over the lines, and I like to get about 5 inches there, right? From there, make a loop, pass the fly hook side first through, keep that loop open, pull it down. So if you can see that loop, I'm sliding that loop down closer to the hook. I like to get within about 3/4 of an inch to an inch or a half, right? So I tighten that up, wet it, hold it right there. So that is a loop, right? It's a single surgeon's, good strong knot. You can also do this double surgeons that way, right? So you know what? Let's just do that again so you can catch it. I'll do the double surgeons this time. All right. Just a little trick on this one is keep the loop kind of big so you can pass the hook through it, stream through. So again, about 5 inches. We'll do the double. So made a loop, hook first, right? Once, hook first, twice, right? You end up with something like that. And you pull that loop down. Don't tighten it all the way up. Wet, tighten it up after you wet it. What does a loop do on a streamer? It gives that fly some additional action on there. So again, trim off that tag. So there it is. That is rigging up a loop. Sorry, it's tough to see line. But that's the same thing with fish, right? You don't want fish to see the line. So, all right, so that's one loop method. And then there's just the traditional clinch now, right? Let's do that real quick. Not as much action. All right, pass it through. You see how I'm bracing my hands together helps whenever you get old eyes, right? Loop, right? So I like grabbing it at the eye, right? Grab the line at the eye, and I actually just wrap it like this. This tippet is stiff enough that it'll wind around in this action. Pass that at the eye. Super important to wet this. Pull it down, tighten it up. Right? Let's snip off that tag. I always like to keep a little, 1/16 of an inch, 1/18 of an or 1/8 inch. So that is rigging a streamer.